Oh yeah, AD.
Alright, so after Jin-Woo's fight against the Ice Elves, he and Jin-Ho head off to do some farming. Jin-Ho was amazed. This is the first time he's seen Jin-Woo's powers in action, and he didn't even have to lift a finger. And funny enough, he was actually sad about that too. It was low-key amusing. Later, after finishing a grand total of 19 missions, they head out to eat. And this right here is where we see the greatest investment of all time. Because as y'all know, Jin-Ho wants to become the leader of his father's guild. Would have been hard enough already, especially considering that he has an older brother, but thanks to Jin-Woo's help, he was able to show his dad that he could take on the business. And not only that, Jin-Woo told him that he would be his big bro from now on. I'm telling you, he made the greatest investment ever. This reminds me of that one guy who gave that hoop to LeBron as a Christmas gift. That's why you treat everyone equally. You never know who might turn out to be the GOAT. Anyways, Jin-Woo doesn't have time to slow down. He still needs that elixir of life to heal his mom. So he heads out on a week-long trip. I could really never see this damn frame the same again. Them sister leveling niggas need to be stopped. Jin-Woo heads to the Demon Kings Castle. And when he gets there, the system tells him that he needs 10,000 demon souls in order to progress. A lot, but 10k, 100k, it's all the same to my boy. And yeah, when he got to that first level, he was wiping the floor with them. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to extract the souls, but he did get something better, a ticket to the second floor. This dungeon is a massive 100-story complex, so he's gonna need all the help he can get, especially getting around. Tell me why bro out here aura farming, getting onto his ride. It is never this serious. Anyway, he names the Big Bear tank, and Jin-Woo and crew continue to put belt to ass to them demons. And slowly but surely, they get up to that 10k requirement until they make it up to the 49th floor. Shout out Igris, bro doesn't even stand up until his king commands him to. Jin-Woo calls ISO on the boss while his gang gets active on the troops. That boy Igris was putting in work per usual. Went 1, 2, and he loved hitting that jump over into the diving slash. While his troops were boxing, Jin-Woo notices that the boss wasn't doing anything. Then this fat ass somehow manages to speed blitz my glorious king. There is no reason someone this big should be moving this fast. But no matter, Jin-Woo comes from the side, winds up, and lands this mean right hook. Impressed himself with his own strength. The boss ain't done though. He used the same skill Cerberus used that one time and charged towards Jin-Woo. And shout out Iron, he saved his leader with efficiency. As he's getting pounded, Jin-Woo waits for an opening. He sees his chance and then takes it. But this man's defense is on 100 as well. But check out the clean ass parry by Jin-Woo right here. Even when caught off guard, he still makes it look tough. Jin-Woo realizes that the only place the beast can take damage is on its head. So he baits it over to the stack of buildings, gets on his Sonic shit, and then hops back down. And all it took was one slice. And bro loves hitting this pose. He really got no reason to be doing this either. Nobody's watching. He just aura farm for the love of the game. And with that, he has now advanced to the 50th floor. Real talk though, how did he pull up like this? Well, he wasn't even in the frame when this squad walked in. I'd like to think that he did some Scooby-Doo shit, scurrying around everyone and slowly making his way to the spot, because there's no other explanation. This reaction is valid in my book as well. Some random ass human pulls up on me, starts talking shit, and hits me with this diabolical 3-piece combo. I wouldn't do anything either. And yes, Jin-Woo, we see the fit. It's tough. With that, Jin-Woo has now obtained 2 of the 3 items needed to craft the elixir of life. One more, and he'll be able to save his mom. But that's for the next raid. In the meantime, somewhere in America, this dude is over here screaming for his life because this guy just popped out of a dungeon and knocked out all his friends. Although he just says he wants to go home. This buff man turns out to be, let me just get my reading glasses for this. I'm not gonna mispronounce. Song Il-hwan. Alright, I got that right. Father to Jin-Woo. Yes, our Jin-Woo. And he's been trapped in a dungeon for the past 10 years. For what reason, we're gonna find out some other time. But anyway, they think this guy is some sort of magical beast because he's just so damn strong. And they end up bringing Dong-Soo, aka the guy from the last episode who wanted to smoke with Jin-Woo, to help with the interrogation. And Jin-Woo's dad is talking hella crazy. He says a catastrophe so big is about to happen, not even all the hunters in the world will be able to stop it. And instead of listening to him speak, this idiot Dong-Soo wanna start pressing this nigga about his family. Bro found out he was related to Jin-Woo and started talking crazy. He said Jin-Woo was already dead. Then he started threatening him. And let's just say, Father Woo did not take those words lightly. You know it's bad when an S-rank hunter is out here getting off screen. Bro took out the entire block in an instant. And look at how he left Dong-Soo. Took that nigga V-neck, gave him generational bruises, had him looking like one of the Z fighters after fighting Broly. Dude's a genuine fraud. The Woo family punching bag. They had that nigga in the hospital looking like a Baki character. That's wild. Gave bro pink eye and made his entire lower body non-functional. He was genuinely fuming, man. This shit was so hilarious. I'd be mad too if I got dropped off by a guy and you want to talk about something, you want to escape me even in death. And even then, he still had the gall to talk about getting revenge. Cannot wait for him to get cooked. Anyway, back to Drippy Woo. Our boy is out of the dungeon and he only needs the Demon King's purified blood to complete his crafting. But to defeat the Demon King, he needs more artifacts. And on top of that, he's still an E rank, which means he hasn't been able to do any high ranking gates. So it's time to end the facade and reassess his rank. Yes sir. So he heads over to the assessment center, and when one of the workers spot him, they immediately tell Yeon-Woo, bro was gone in an instant. Jin-Woo does his assessment thing, but when he does it, the machine doesn't work, which means that Jin-Woo is Korea's 10th S rank hunter. Surprise to them, but we all knew this. While Jin-Woo's being told about his new rank, this bootleg Temu Aizen comes in and he's the representative of the Hunters Guild. And I guess news travels fast because he's there to recruit Jin-Woo. And Jin-Woo is funny as hell for this because he was really saying something, oh yeah, this guy is the ultimate hunter, the pinnacle of fire type mages. That he stared him down and didn't even dap him up. That's crazy. Later that night, after Jin-Woo visits his mom, he runs into a member of the Hunters Guild Secret Service. They've been monitoring him and a certain man wants to meet with him. And is everyone in this damn show an aura farmer? I'd be damned if I ever have another grown man posing like this just to introduce me. Grown man was really waiting in the shadows with his hands in his pockets, waiting for the intro. But let me chill, this guy's actually pretty cool. His name is Gung-hee, yeah, I think I got that. The president of the Hunters Association, the big guy. He congratulates our boy on becoming an S rank, then gets down to business. In the world of hunters, there are guilds, and in Korea, there are 5 main ones. The president wants him to join his own because if he ends up joining the other 5 main ones, the balance that has been cultivated will end up being destroyed. And Jin-Woo considers this because the president was the first S rank in Korea, and although he doesn't look like it, he is over 80. He looked like my middle school gym teacher, ain't no way. If he accepts, there is no doubt in his mind that his life will change, but he ends up declining. Bro basically told him that he's a hunter for the love of the game. The dungeon is where I belong. Nigga sound like Spencer James. But hey, Unc was loving it. He was really wishing that he could have fought alongside him and everything. And he's definitely about to become Jin-Woo's #1 fan. Jin-Woo heads back home and he's looking to get some more equipment. Unfortunately for him though, he's low-key broke. And on top of that, he can't sell any of his artifacts because it would look suspicious if an E rank hunter had all those high level artifacts. But he realizes that if he goes to an A rank gate, he can use it as an excuse to why he obtained such high level items. So he decides to join an A rank mining team. Inside the gate, Temu Aizen over here is clearing the beasts. And I guess I wasn't wrong when I said every damn character in this show is an aura farmer. Bro walked in, hands in his pocket, snapped his fingers, and then with one blow, decimated these 3 monsters. Bro had no reason to be hitting this either, smiling devious as hell too, like yes bro, we see the fit. And you know, I was wondering why he was doing all this when I realized that Cha Hyen was in there too. No wonder he was showing out. I would have been doing the same. Is it Hyen? Heyen? Honestly, I don't know. Jin-Woo notices her too. She is the vice master of the Hunters Guild and the 9th S ranker in the country. She's also the baddest woman in this show. Jin-Woo was in awe, and her aura was insane too. She noticed him as well, but he had to hide his aura quickly. Nigga over here was so happy to see her. She's not looking at you, little bro. You work minimum wage mining. This is how niggas be glancing at their hallway crush through the classroom windows. He thinks we can't see him. Anyway, speaking of which, here's this random scene of her swimming. I feel like I'm obligated to put this in even though I don't got a reason to, so you're welcome. Jin-Woo gets to work in the cave and he's really interested in seeing that gate. Bro got pressed by this random right here. He had to flex the aura. He was really putting in that work as well. No shadows, no problem. And and when he saw the chance to look at that gate, he took it. Bro was so joyous, running like a kid to a Christmas tree. He can sense that the boss inside there is very strong, and it's probably a bad idea to fight it, but man, he wants the smoke. But the second bro put that dagger in his hand, Ian's fine ass was waiting for him. Bro says something, I got lost, but she was not buying it. She really managed to sneak up on Jin-Woo too. He walks past her though, and all of a sudden, she starts feeling this sensation. Then she runs back to him and smells him, and mans didn't know how to react. And this really made me realize that this is the first time that a girl, actually, let me rephrase this, a woman above the age of consent has shown him interest. Besides that one girl from like season 1, I forgot her name. I feel so bad for her. She really invested in Jin-Woo just to be thrown away as a side character. I'd be pissed. The reason why Hyein walks around with that cloth is because the Mana Hunters admit it smells bad to her. But with Jin-Woo, it's different. Although she thinks it might be because his rank is too low. Later that night, she starts digging for some info on him, and she finds out that Jin-Woo's info is actually being sealed. This makes her more intrigued on finding out who he really is. Anyways, Jin-Woo finishes his work mining, and he must have did a really good job because they were trying to recruit him and everything. And he does end up agreeing to come back for one more day, since there's gonna be a second raid tomorrow. And this was low-key sweet. Everyone is happy to see him, and he realized that he hadn't felt this way in a long time. Shit, bro couldn't even keep up the nonchalant after this. He was so happy. And yeah, they were in there putting in that work. But while they were working, the leader of the next A-rank mission asked the mining team for one of their members. They need someone to carry their luggage, and Jin-Woo was glad to help. So they head in, and this squad low-key looking tough. But as soon as they enter, Jin-Woo's danger sense starts going off again. He feels like something's off. At first, everything's fine. The squad starts piecing up these dungeon jackals, light work, no reaction, hitting coordinated attacks and everything. But something's off. The jackals are C-rank beasts, and if they're here in an A-rank dungeon, that means that they're being used. And here comes the users, a horde of A-rank orcs. This one threw one single spear and had the captain out here looking crazy in front of all the HUDs too. They started fighting, but it wasn't looking too good. The aggro attacks weren't working, the mage attacks weren't doing shit. Homegirl over here started using these ropes, and you know what? I don't even need to say it anymore. Y'all know what I'm thinking. But she couldn't even hold him back. So the mage used his great value necromancer attacks. Bro wanna be Jin-Woo so bad, and they weren't doing shit. My favorite of the group is this cute girl right here with the short hair. She was really throwing hands for real. She said weave, body blow, and then came in with a mean heel to the face. And she was about to rock this orc shit when Derrick Henry over here wanna come in and chuck her into oblivion. Niggas will do anything when they see their homeboy getting cooked in a one-on-one. The captain was really putting in that work too, saving his team, running 2v1s. The B ranks were getting absolutely fried though. This guy lost his arm. The poor healer got ran up on while trying to do her job, and she was feeling like, damn, it's all over. Bro didn't even try. But our boy Jin-Woo had had enough. Nigga choked the orc, then ripped its body off the spine in front of her. Really went in stealth mode so he could carry the team. He a real one. And thanks to him, they started making a comeback. This girl's so fine, bro. She got her gate back on Derrick Henry too. When we talk about the captain though, I feel like bro doesn't get enough respect. He's genuinely tough. Even though he got the assist from Big Woo, he still held his own. He said tween, went for the slash, but got blocked. But that's okay. He tells bro to get that weak shit out of here and ends off with this absolutely majestic slice. Animators cooked right here for real. But yeah, they ended up clearing them, just barely. But a couple of them noticed that Jin-Woo was the one weakening them, but they choose to ignore that for now. Unfortunately, they're too weak to continue onward, so they decide to head out for now. But when they try, they find out that the gate has been sealed off, and the magic casters are unable to break the seal. And even worse, another horde of orcs have arrived. Shout out to the captain though. Dude is scared as hell, but he's still not afraid to stand on 10 toes for his team. Dude didn't even blink, he a real one. The boss of the cave gets on some Victor timing and starts using his subordinates to relay his message. He says he wants to meet with them, and they have no choice but to comply. They make it inside, and they are welcomed by the dungeon boss. And that's where we leave off today. Now, next episode is about to be crazy, so y'all can be sure I'm gonna be there no matter what. See ya.